short staffing for years. We saw a nursing shortage in this country coming years and years ago. We've gone through the pandemic. We are here asking the city during our new bargaining cycle to staff up, to pay us what we should be paid in the Bay Area, which is one of the most expensive cities in the country, and to ensure safe staffing by giving our units enough nurses for all of our patients that are sicker. There's more patients. The city is suffering from an opioid crisis that has so many different health issues coming in for our people. Our people are not just here in labor and delivery to have a baby. Our people are here to get their diabetes under control, to get their opioid addiction under control. That takes time. All those things take a lot of time, and we don't have enough nurses to give our patients the kind of care that they deserve.
And outsourcing, privatization, are you concerned about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we want San Francisco jobs to go to San Franciscans. If you can't afford to live in San Francisco, at least give it to somebody who lives in the Bay Area, not somebody who's from across the country.
So why are they spending so money on bringing people outside to work in San Francisco?
Because they don't have to invest in the long term, right? They don't have to give them a pension, right? They don't have to give them benefits, right? So this is like staffing, crisis staffing, right? And it was supposed to be just for the pandemic. The pandemic is over, right? And yet the same kind of staffing patterns continue.
And the Department of Public Health has a massive budget. The mayor, there's been corruption scandals. Are you concerned about corruption in San Francisco?
Yeah, it seems like there's a giant spending crisis, all right? Now, if you want to talk about preeclampsia, like, I'm your girl, okay? If you want to talk about labor complications, I'm your girl. It is not my job to fix their spending problems, but as a voter, I'm going to use my vote to encourage the people who want to do responsible spending in this city to actually be our elected officials.
Well, where's the oversight? Because this is going on in all the different departments.
Where's the oversight? That's a great question. I'm looking for it too. I think right here, behind you, right here is our oversight, right? We're holding their feet to the fire. We're asking them, what is going on? Okay, open your eyes, right? Walk your talk. Give San Franciscans the kind of care that they deserve.
I'm the Vice President Chapter for the Community Health Chapter of SEIU 10 to 1. We're out here today fighting for better wages, better working conditions, to stop the contracting out, and just to bring a more equitable workplace. It's not okay to just pay our workers a 1% increase. The cost of living has gone up even this past month. It was up 3%. It takes a lot of money to live here in San Francisco or the Bay Area. So like everybody else, we need fair wages. So
the city has all these billionaires, 81 billionaires. You think they're behind this privatization to get rid of public workers?
Absolutely, they're union busting. They want to get rid of the unions so that they can pay people less money, slave wages. We got to stop the contracting out.
And at the last Civil Service Commission, they had $72 million for outsourcing Department of Public Health jobs. What's that all about? They say they don't have enough staff, yet they're outsourcing more jobs?
Well, and then when you look at those contracts, a lot of the money that's going out is not even being paid to the workers. Where is it going? It must be going in the pockets of the fat cats. We need to stop that because it's reducing city services for all the people that need it here in San Francisco. Hey, they got all these homeless people on the street. All this money that they're using and giving away in these contracts could be used to solve the homeless problem. It could be used to solve to bring back city workers to San Francisco so we can live here. If there's an emergency, 60% of us live outside the city. What's going to happen when we can't deliver those services because we cannot be here in San Francisco.
And the Tenderloin, you work in the Tenderloin, the health and safety issues for city workers?
We're fighting for de-escalation training. We're fighting for security. We're fighting for protection pay. We're fighting for all of that because we're just down there with very little or zero protection in some of the sites.
And the mayor is now got some more police. Your solution is more police. What do you think about the priority?
That is anti-people, but it's anti-black. Because a lot of the people that are going to be targeted with her Proposition E, it's going to affect black people especially. That proposition is full of racism, and it needs to not pass. I'm sure it's going to pass, but Proposition E is all bad.
And there's a lot of anger at the Democrats and Republicans. San Francisco is a Democratic city, Democratic state. Governor Newsom, where are they?
Crickets. That's where they are, crickets. We need them back on the front lines fighting for the party, fighting for the working class people. That's who the Democratic Party represents, the working class people.
You think there should be a Labor Party?
There should be another Labor Party. And pretty soon, if they don't do something, there's going to be a general strike in this nation because people are fed up with this stuff.
It's all over the country.
It is. It's everywhere. And people can't make it anymore. I mean, working class people they're not making their bills anymore. They're not making their rent. We need an equitable pay like everybody else. You know, there is no more middle class per se in San Francisco. But now they're working on the working class doesn't live here.
People can't afford.
They can't afford
gentrification.
Yeah, it's endemic, the gentrification. And I believe with some of these propositions that the gentrification is going to accelerate.
What can working people, you're talking about a general strike. You think the conditions are ripening in this country for a general strike?
I think they're getting there. We were talking about in my class last night, California labor. It's building up to a general strike.
I'm Stephanie. Basically to get higher pay because we're seeing a lot of our patients here who are, this is an underserved community and we're just trying to make sure that everyone in the city is getting compensated for taking care of all these people that are underprivileged.
Are you understaffed?
Yes, we are.
What does that mean for patients here?
It's hard to take care of all of these patients if we have to see 10 patients at a time. How does everyone get the equal and equitable care if we have to do so much work and have so many patients? It's just not enough of us.
And why isn't the city providing enough staff?
Because we don't know where the money is going. Where exactly is our money going when they should be giving back to the community, the people that make up our city?
What do we want? When do we want it?
What kind of work do you do?
Stationary engineer, Local 39.
What's your name?
Richard Souza.
And how is safe staffing affecting your department?
You're short-handed, everything becomes unsafe. You're working longer hours, and when you're tired and you're working on heavy equipment, it becomes unsafe. So more hires is better for all of us.
And are they trying to outsource?
When do we want
Occasionally they try to, but we try to stop it as often as we can. Equipment goes unfixed. Surgery rooms go unkept. It's a whole trickle effect if you don't have enough people there to take care of the equipment and the facilities.
Today is rally to fix our city and to staff our city services that are chronically understaffed, and we're not serving the missions that the mayor has set forth for the city to provide services for our most vulnerable populations. That's what this is about.
What kind of experiences do you have with that?
I work for the Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing. I am a case manager at the SRO Hotel Camelot. We house formerly homeless people. We are supportive services. We're there. You don't have any income? Let me help you apply for GA, food stamps. You haven't seen a doctor in 10 years? Let's help you get an appointment. I am habitually put in dangerous situations. I've had to deal with leaks, feces and all that stuff, but also in danger. I don't know if you heard in the news in September of 2023, a case manager was stabbed 4 times by a resident. This resident had made complaints. The case manager had made complaints that I'm being threatened by a resident. This is a hate crime. He's targeting gay people. Management did nothing and he got stabbed. Residents are allowed to have guns and knives, and they say they can do nothing about it. Our residents, we're harm reduction. So, yes, you can't do your drugs in the common areas, but your room, you can do as you please. But when people smoke meth and get hyper paranoid and get extra human strength, and they have a gun and a knock on the door, it could be, I thought they were coming to get me. So I want the city to invest in its workers, keep its workers safe, and because we're the ones who are providing the services that the mayor has said to be done. I just know that there's organizations, i.e. OSHA, we're going through those channels because management's not doing what they need to.
We're gonna rise up.
My name is Tony. I work for the city, and I'm here to support my union. We need to support our community by making sure that DPH is fully staffed. So,
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in IT.
How are you affected?
How am I affected? There's big projects coming on. The more help we can have, the better it is for us to get our jobs done correctly.
And is there are they contracting out? Is that an issue for you?
That is an issue. We have plenty of full-time positions open, but to try and avoid working with the unions, they're contracting out. And we want to make sure that stops because this is a great resource. It's great for the community. It's great for workers. It's great for labor. And so we need to make sure that the city comes across and staffs up the way it should.
My name's Mike Wiles.
And what kind of work do you do?
I'm sorry?
What kind of work do you do?
I work with the Revenue Department at SFMTA, and we're here to let everybody know, especially at General Hospital, all the management, the mayor, that we want a fair contract, or else we're going to do something drastic, like maybe strike, who knows. I know they got a tight budget, but we need people to get hired. There's a lot of vacancies. We need fair wages. We need them to listen. We keep the city moving, and they got to know that. We got to remind them. That's why we're here.
Are you worried about contracting out?
Always. We always worry about contract out. We're always trying to catch other organizations.
They don't hire enough, and then they say we have to contract out.
Oh, no. That's when we step in. We need these city jobs. So we need labor, union jobs here. We don't want no contracting out. This is a union town.
Concerns here as a city worker, number one issue is staffing on the units, and also patient to nurse ratio. But the biggest thing is staffing.
And how does it affect people when you have a lack of staffing in a hospital like San Francisco General?
I say it affects the patients mostly. The staff, it's more harder on the staff because you are doubled up. With the patient, sometimes you don't get breaks, or your break is cut short. Like your hour break will be cut to 30 minutes. So it's really.
Isn't that illegal? You're required to have breaks here?
You're required to have breaks. But what can you do when you don't have the staffing? You try to make things work. Some days it's good. Most days it's a battle. It's a battle. It's a struggle.
How long have you worked here?
Between here and Laguna Honda, 17 years.
And what's going on in Laguna Honda? They tried to close it, or what?
They tried to close it. I heard that as of right now, everything is getting a little bit back on track. I've been back here from Laguna Honda for 7 years now, but it's almost the same here as there with the staff.
People need Laguna Honda. They need these facilities. Working people, poor people.
Because you have sick people here that need rehabilitation, and it's not a lot of facilities that take like the population that we serve here. So yes,
They want money, a lot of money.
they want money, and a lot of these patients are Medicaid, Medicare, like, you know, they're not rich. You know, they need help.
Poor people, working people.
Yeah.
And the whole public health care system seems to be breaking down. Kaiser, Sutter, I mean, workers all over, UC.
Well, a lot of the nurses is just burned out, and they're going into different things. I know we had a nurse resign from here and move down to LA somewhere, but she said she was going back to school to be a librarian. So it's like really taking a toll on a lot of people, emotionally, physically, and just it's really stressful on the units, you know.
You're trying to do your job, and that's...
Do your best. You try to show up every day and do the best you can, you know, with what you have.
And I mean, San Francisco's got 80 billionaires. It's got so much wealth, yet people are suffering. People are on the streets.
People on the streets, patients are suffering. You know, every time they say it's no money in the budget for this, it's no money in the budget for that. But I see money in the budget for things that, you know what I'm saying, they really want to utilize the monies for, instead of where areas it really should be placed and spread out.
They bring in nurses from outside San Francisco. They don't have regular nursing. Is that an issue?
They do bring in travelers that come in from different states. I mean, you know, when your back is up against the wall, you have to do what you have to do. You know, we need help. The patients need help. And this hospital, I'm saying, it's like a revolving door. It's always maxed, in the ICU full, ED full. Sometimes it's patients out in the hallways with, you have the shades between the patients. I mean, because there's no beds on the floors to put them. So we just here, we doing the best we can.
It's like a war zone.
Doing the best we can with what we have. You know, we try to make it work, but what can you do? We need help.
That's why you're out here today.
Yeah, that's why we out here today. We need help.
Bargaining that I've been involved in, my number one issue is how we're treated at work, the lack of respect I see, trying to make our lives better. And by making our lives better, it makes the lives of the patients we take care of better, because we have enough people. So the fact that we don't have enough staff, to me, is disrespectful to our patients. And they should stop disrespecting the public, stop disrespecting us, and put enough staff in so that we can do the job that we want to do. So I want to thank everybody for coming to our chapter. And we did change our name. We have an issue with that term, miscellaneous. We are the SFGH Healthcare Workers Chapter, and that describes the respect we should be getting. We're not miscellaneous.
That's right.
Our number one issue here at the hospital is staffing. I can't understand why our employers make it so hard to get help so we can provide the excellent care to our patients. I hear from staff, I hear from staff at all levels how they feel saddened that because of staffing, so many contractors, we are not providing the care we know we should happen here, and it is shameful. San Francisco residents deserve better. We demand the tools we need to do our jobs. We want to be heard and included in decisions being made that impact our lives and the lives of our patients. We want wasteful contracting out and city workers hired to be permanent. Enough of this abuse of temporary workers. It is an abuse. It is not fair for the city, the richest city in the country, one of them, to treat its workers that way. We want the end to part-time abuse. We want more work to be done full-time. Many workers are sick of working overtime. They think that that is the solution. It is not. And I want to say to the workers who keep the city running, thank you. Thank you all. You all work hard. And you all deserve a round of applause for us to survive this. I've been in this for 42 years. I've seen all the changes. I've been it when it was good, and I see how rotten it has gotten right now, and this is not sustainable. It needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed now.
One of our board of soups right now Ms. Connie Chan, who has been one of our strongest allies.
Broken. And the city is broken is because we know that there are wasteful contracts. There's always been the intention to give away contracts. There's always been the intention to give away our tax dollars to those who already have plenty of dollars. We know that time and time again, the city has been closing its budget deficits on the backs of our workers and the most vulnerable. And we say, that's enough! That's enough! Let's fix our city right now. When we want it, get it done right now. Not tomorrow, not next year, not later, but right now. And that's the only way that we can fix it together is that we stand united together. Be it rain or shine. And like I said in February, earlier February, when I said it was only the first day. It was only the first day. We're going to stand with all of you in solidarity, day in and day out, until we get this done. And I promise you, as your budget committee chair, we're going to get this done.
Hey everyone. It is an honor and a pleasure to be out here with you. But I got to start by saying it shouldn't take this. It shouldn't take you all mobilizing to get this city to staff up, to actually have enough people here at General to serve the needs of low-income folks who come in for medical care, and to make sure that we are not outsourcing our jobs while city jobs and positions are sitting vacant. So year after year after year, you all fight. Not just for progressive candidates, not just for political things happening at City Hall, but what you are fighting for is for the people of this city to be able to get the services they deserve. And you do that by rallying and saying, as you said now, consistently for years, that it is time to staff up. It is time to staff up. It is time to staff up. Now, I don't know why that is considered controversial, but sometimes it is. But I want to thank you because your calls for this city to staff up have actually been working. And when we look at some of the departments that have actually started filling vacant city positions, good jobs with the city to serve the residents of San Francisco, it is because all of you have been saying staff up, especially last year, and now you're doing it again. But here is one thing that is different this year, and I am so proud of this, and I am so proud that you all fought alongside us to go to the ballot to make sure that this conversation about contracts for public sector workers are going to happen the same year when all of us are running for office and when the mayor is running for office. That conversation is finally going to have some accountability. There's finally going to be some accountability the same year you're negotiating public sector contracts for our union workers. You got folks actually competing in a mayor's race. That's thanks to Prop H on the 2022 ballot, which had huge support from 10-1, from Local 21, and other unions. So thank you all for supporting that. I'm going to be there with you. I love working with my colleagues in City Hall who are here today, Connie Chan, Asha Safai. You know that we got your back when it comes time for this budget season. So thank you all for fighting for all of San Francisco. It's an honor to be there with you. Appreciate it. Hey, is Local 21 in the house? Yeah! Is 1021 in the house? Yeah! I think I saw some Teamsters in the house. Yeah! Are the operating engineers in the house? Yeah! What does that mean? That means labor united will never be divided. This is simple. This is a shell game. Every single year, they put money in the budget. And then about 6 months in, they come back to us and say, we can't fill those positions. Can we shift that money into overtime? Can we shift that money into contracting? We have thousands of positions funded and unfilled. That's not right. We got nurses that are working multiple shifts, putting their bodies on the line. We got medical technicians. We got staff. Every single position in this hospital is understaffed. And what does it need? We need leadership. We have the resources. So we're not going to lose this fight. We're going to win this fight. And at the end of the day, we're going to make them put the money into the staffing that we deserve. We're going to get dignity, we're going to get respect, and we're going to get you the contract you deserve. Thank you, everyone. We're going to win this fight.
I want to make sure that they're represented in their chapter president of San Francisco General, one of my awesome sisters and leaders that's always got my back and my side and my front, Heather Bollinger. Come up here, sister, and speak to the chapter and to the people of San Francisco.
Hi, everybody. San Francisco General, it's great to see you all here. My little ER brain is struggling with everybody on top of this because I know how long our wait times are, so I don't want anyone falling off. Trust me, you'll be here for 8 hours sitting in our waiting room waiting for an ice pack. Serious food. So, from my perspective, I think it's pretty simple. We've tried it their way. We've asked. We've produced data. We've gone to the Health Commission. We've gone to our Board of Supervisors. We've tried all the things they've told us to do. And so now we're trying this. It's time for us to make some noise, because apparently that's what we have to do. We know that this hospital has reported its nurses have missed 16,000 breaks. 16,000! We're just asking for a bite of food, people. And that's in a 12-hour shift. We know that our nurses are constantly denied their paid time off. Conveniently, that falls off the books at the end of the fiscal year. And then we are blamed when we walk away. We are told that we are burned out. We're not burned out. We love our jobs. We love taking care of people. That is what we show up to do. It is what we showed up to do in the pandemic, and it's what we continue to show up to do now. It's time that the city shows up for us. I live here in San Francisco. I've been here for 20 years. Every day I'm opening my mailbox and I'm getting these glossy flyers with pretty mayoral candidates on them. And I'm watching. I know their platform. Everybody's platform is the same. We're going to clean up the streets. We're going to solve the homelessness crisis. We're going to handle substance abuse. We're going to manage the mental health. How are you going to do that with 600 vacancies in your Department of Public Health? How are you going to do that with 3,000 vacancies in your essential frontline positions? We need to stop bringing people in on short-term contracts that take our money home and spend it in their communities. It's time for the city of San Francisco to invest in the people who have proven that they will stay. Thanks for showing up today.
Put it back where it really lies, because the supervisors, we have majority of their support, but where is the mayor or whoever it will be? So with that being said, I want to bring up our next speaker, who is going to be one of our local 21 members, my boy Zach, who is a physical therapist here at San Francisco General. And I just want to recognize the PT department, because I worked real close with them, and these people are doing a lot of work in the our patients that we deal with, it's a lot, you know. Physical therapists, you know, you hear that title and you think, okay, they're just massage and exercise people. No, it's a lot more to it. So with that being said, I want to introduce Zach Vickers.
I'm a physical therapist here. I love what I do. I love what I do. I love working with the people of San Francisco. I want all of us to think about why are we contracting out? We have to deal with that here in our department. What that means is there are extremely long wait times. That means that there are positions not being filled that can be filled with people who live here in the city, that love this city, that want to work for the people who are in this city. Right now, there's, like we just heard, 600 vacancies. Those vacancies need to be filled, and they can be filled. The city is not doing that. They would rather contract out for whatever reason. What crony pockets are being lined because of that? We need to fix this. There are also extremely long wait times to become a physical therapist. It can be up to 18 months. That is way too long to become doing the work that we love to do. Does that make sense? I don't think so. So what is the city doing? Nothing. They're sitting on their hands. And what do we need to do? We need to band together. My union friends, my union family, my nurses, my therapists, my other healthcare professionals, you're all out there. We all love you. We love what you do. We know your work is important, but we need to band together. We are going to fight this city together to make sure that these positions are filled, we do not contract out work, and that we as a city can work together. All right? We need every one of you to fight. And what do we do when we fight? What do we do when we fight?
I'm sorry, folks, I got bones first, and I need to see a physical therapist.
Long wait time.
Hello! How's everybody doing today? I want to introduce my good friend, Cheyenne here. She's a good friend of ours. She used to work for Chinese Progressive Association. SEIU, UHW.
And SEIU International.
Yes. So she's a good friend of ours. She's a good supporter of labor. So I want to introduce her. But before I do, I want to say I'm back to my old home. I was a rep here 20 years ago.
Yes.
I got arrested here at General. So I know how hard the fight is here at General. And I know where the blame is blamed. It's at the mayor's office.
Right.
The mayor has the sole authority to release these positions and fully staff up this hospital.
That's right.
This is complete refusal to help the people who are helping San Franciscans day in and day out. There is not an excuse on why they should leave the emergency short-staffed, why they should leave the floors short-staffed, why nurses should have to work double shifts, why anyone should have to work double shifts. It's a tragedy that the hospital is like this. San Francisco, Laguna, Honda are the heart and soul of this city. The city, the San Franciscans have fought time and time again to make sure that these safety net facilities stay here, stay open, stay vibrant. Yet the mayor is bucking that trend, bucking the will of the voters, and we will not stand for it. So, when I say staff up, you say San Francisco. Staff up!
San Francisco!
Staff up!
San Francisco!
I want to give it up to Ms. Teresa Rutherford, our current president of SEIU.
All right, all right. When we fight,
We win!
when we fight,
We win!
labor united will never be defeated. Labor united will never be defeated. Labor united will never be defeated. When we fight,
We win!
and that's true, and we have to believe that, and we know that. We've proven it over and over and over again. But what we know is we are in the middle of bargaining. And what we know is we're demanding benefits, supports for our community. This is about the patients at San Francisco General. This is about the city and county of San Francisco. Services like nursing, public services, all the services we deliver represents the lifeblood of this community. Without us, San Francisco does not run. We run things. We run things. We run things. We run things. And that's true. So let's continue to fight and let's continue to demand. Demand that we staff up. Demand that the hospital is properly staffed. Laguna Honda, San Francisco General, all our clinics must be staffed up so we can deliver the service to our communities, so we can do our jobs. But also, we want to make sure that the workers are also taken care of, because we have to put our mask on first. If we are not well, we cannot deliver to our community. So we also need to make sure that we are operating in safe conditions, that we are getting breaks, that we get to have vacation. Those are natural, needed quality of life things that help us to be able to be the best we can be. So it's a two-way street. But we demand that the employer make sure that there is staffing for patients. There is staffing to deliver the quality service that we want to give and we give every day, even working to cover 2 and 3 people who are missing, 2 and 3 vacancies. So let's continue to fight. Let's continue to demand, because we know we will win. So when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. All right, and so let's do it. Let's keep going. We are going to win. We will win. The city has no alternative. Yeah. They must. So we got this. So again, when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. All right, continue to fight as you go to your different locations. Keep fighting, keep talking, keep supporting, and we love the labor unity. Labor united can never be defeated.
We can't care for the community if we ain't staffed up ourselves. That's right. So we're asking for the mayor to help us fix this problem by staffing up. Staff up! Staff up! Brothers and sisters, if we don't get it, what we gonna do? Shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. You already know when you come to San Francisco, this is a union town. You understand me? This is a union town. Don't nothing run without union workers in San Francisco. That's right. Staff up, get there. San Francisco's a union town. Staff up, get down. San Francisco's a union town. Seaside Planet! Seaside Planet!
Greg Hardiman. I'm a business rep for the elevator constructors local 8. The city is trying to remove some of the city workers. So the city workers and the affected unions are here to gather and support to keep our city workers' jobs open.
What do you mean they're trying to get rid of city work?
I believe they're trying to go privatize some of the work done here.
Privatization. They want to outsource?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, probably be hire workers that don't have a pension, don't get the same health benefits and the same wages, to cut the cost down for the people that have all the money, instead of continuing to pay good jobs to city workers that are covered under a union contract.
That union busting?
That's union busting 101.
Are the unions united?
Yeah, all the building trades and labor council unions are united together for today to support the city workers.
And the politicians say they represent working people. Is this an example of that?
Well, this is an example of them not representing working people. I myself is on a working families Labor and Working Families slate running for a Democratic Central Committee in District 19, made up of union members that are trying to fight the politicians that are trying to enforce these kind of policies on our city and our city workers.
It seems like there are a lot of billionaires in San Francisco. 81 billionaires?
A lot of billionaires. This is directed towards billionaires. They're the ones that are pushing this. Whether they admit it or not, we all know that they're the ones that are trying to cut costs to pad their own pockets and not pay the workers properly.
And what's going to happen? Is there going to be a strike?
Yeah, there might be a strike. I'm sure that the city and county workers are prepared to do whatever they have to do to protect their jobs.
I work here for 30 years.
What's your name?
My name's Frank Ngo. So today I'm here to support my brother and sister and also my organization. I believe that we have to continue to support the union. I'm retired, what I'm getting the good benefit because of people that came before me, fought for us. So that's why I always support my union, no matter what, okay?
And what was your struggle in your union? There were struggles that you had as a worker here.
Yeah, because one of the reasons I quit because I was under stress, okay? People, the head, did not appreciate what I did, okay? When I started to lose the passion as an interpreter, I quit my job because I knew that the reason that I worked for 30 years because I got this passion and love for my job, okay? I dare someone in my department to bring my record. See? So when you feel that you're losing the passion, it's about time that you should continue, or you continue to fight, or you have to quit your job. That's my goal. So, I'm happy.
So, stress, harassment, bullying.
Bullying, yeah.
This leads to people quitting. It
That's
destroys
right, because I knew that, people saw me that there was like a rival, okay, an enemy. I could not stand it, People stay away from me. Okay, even if I brought food to the department, they were too scared to eat my food. Okay, yeah, that's why I knew that it was time that I have to quit my job.
And the atmosphere that management has, people fighting each other and bullying, that hurts workers and hurts the public.
Exactly. Well, actually, when you're an employee, it should be not really difficult to work as an employee. Okay, people. In other areas, they get along very well. Okay, I don't know what happened. There. That's why I appreciate what the union supported me during my work. Okay, as an interpreter at General Hospital. Okay, I'm here. I learned a lot from being interpreter. Right? You have to exercise. You have to have a full schedule on your daily routine. Okay, that's why you live very well if you can do that. So before you retire, you have to make sure that you can stand with this kind of schedule. Full, routine schedule, relaxing. Don't spend too much time on YouTube. Don't overeat, okay? Don't overeat, yeah? So do some volunteer work, right? Okay? Like to come to support the union or to support the elderly, the handicapped people, okay? You name it.
I'm an RN.
And what are the issues that you face as an RN here at San Francisco General?
Staffing, lack of breaks, lack of supplies. Where our base pay is like way lower than the average, so we can't pull in nurses and retain them,
And they're contracting out. Are you have a concern about it?
Yeah, they're probably saving some money by contracting out. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know the numbers there, but yeah, they should put more money towards staff, solid staff that's here year after year, right?
And does it bother you that patients aren't being taken care of properly, or they're not getting timely treatment? What is that? Patients have to wait.
Well, it's just we're overloaded. It's not just San Francisco General. It's ancillary services are just flooded. So people come in here and they're having to wait hours and hours just for some basic care. Or they have some complaint, medical issue, and they don't have primary care, right? So they end up coming to our ER for something that could have gotten fixed a long time ago, right? So,
and the whole healthcare system, privatized healthcare, Sutter, Kaiser, same issues at all these systems. Why are You think it should be public? You think we should get rid of this private control of the healthcare system?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, billions of dollars going to the insurance company, billions of dollars going to pharmaceutical companies, CEOs, right? So the money that could be going to healthcare is going into the pockets of a few. So the private, and if you have money as your base line for impetus, right? If the dollar is the deciding factor, who's gonna get the negative effect? It's gonna be the individual.
And Governor Newsom said he was for public health care, single payer, but when he got elected, he went to dinner parties paid for by the Hospital Association. You think these Democrats who take money from these hospital companies are going to bring public health care?
I don't know that any political party. I don't know. Personally, I just don't affiliate with Democrat or Republican.
You don't think they're representing you?
Yeah, I don't think our political system has been completely hijacked by the wealthy. So let's not get into conspiracy here, but it's just it's a money-driven system as well. It's not serving us, the people. Healthcare should be a right, and yeah, it's not.
We're gonna rise up.